Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Hooper, inside source for the global financial shifts the mainstream media continues to ignore. Right now, we're on the brink of something extraordinary, not just another market hiccup, but a foundational disruption beneath the surface of the foreign exchange landscape. This isn't your average crash, devaluation, or technical glitch. What's emerging is calculated, intentional, and possibly historic. The signs all point to a controlled financial event with the Vietnamese dong VND at the very center of it. And what's critical right now is that anyone holding VND, or even just observing the markets, may be witnessing the moment that changes everything. This isn't hype or vague speculation anymore. We're talking about visible patterns, insider communications, and back-end anomalies that are stacking up fast. At exactly 2 DOG GMT, the first domino fell. In mere moments, FX trading systems worldwide froze. Hubs like Frankfurt, London, New York, and Singapore went dark. What was initially dismissed as a platform glitch quickly escalated into a multi-layered institutional crisis. Internal alerts fired across banks and brokerages, pointing not to error but to intention. The VND-USD pair had spiked far beyond algorithmic thresholds, crashing the systems. Emergency protocols kicked in. But even the best-prepared systems couldn't contain what unfolded. Massive volumes overloaded institutional order books. Access to internal trading software vanished at desks worldwide. The twist? This wasn't random. Veteran traders recognized it instantly. This was coordinated. It wasn't a chaotic accident. It felt like a bomb was silently detonated inside the global FX system. The markets slammed the brakes, and only the insiders knew why. Behind closed doors, the consensus was clear this had never happened before. Not like this. Then came the silence. Within hours, banks began issuing strict internal communications banning all discussion of the Vietnamese dong. No press, no interviews, no leaks. Total silence. That silence was louder than any statement. Inside, sources confirmed that this wasn't retail-driven hype, it was institutional. Sovereign-linked accounts were the prime movers. This was not a mistake, it was an operation. A coordinated move by heavy hitters executing the strategy, not reacting to one. What we just saw may have been a deliberate destabilization to reset the playing field. To understand this, you have to zoom out. Vietnam has been building toward this moment quietly and methodically. While the West watches other hotspots, Vietnam has been upgrading its fundamental strong reserves, rising FDI, low inflation, tech expansion, manufacturing booms. And yet, its currency has remained mysteriously undervalued. Many analysts now believe this was strategic suppression. Predictions of a VND revaluation have circulated for years. What's different now is the execution. Vietnam may have just launched a financial strategy years in the making, and it's not acting alone.
This audio was created with Podcastle.ai.
Strategy years in the making, and it's not acting alone. Recent intelligence out of Hanoi suggests this was stage one of a multi-phase blueprint. Documents now circulating privately indicate Vietnam has been coordinating with BRICS-aligned economies. More alarmingly, whispers of gold transfers for asset-backed currency realignment have surfaced. Vietnam's moves appear synchronized with global clearinghouses and central banks. If that's true, this isn't a one-nation play, it's a global reset in motion. The goal? Undermine Western dominance in FX policy and shift monetary power eastward. Insiders believe this was just the opening salvo. A live test. A global systems calibration cloaked in plausible deniability. The next step? Public shifts. We're now entering the phase where cracks begin to show. Currency apps show unstable VND rates. NDAs are surfacing at private desks. Retail FX access is being limited, with no clear reasons. Inside Vietnam, banks are ceasing foreign services silently. Security vehicles have been spotted near state institutions. This isn't coincidence. It's transition. And it's already underway quietly, decisively, and off the radar. The burning question inside every institutional desk is the same: was this an accident or a blueprint? Every sign points to the latter. The rhythm, the silence, the back end triggers it. All feels rehearsed. Analysts with access to institutional memos are preparing for a staged progression. First, internal testing. Next, central bank declarations. Then, selective exchange windows. And finally, a public international rate reset. If VND hits a valuation around 1.00, 1 or higher, the downstream consequences will be seismic debt, trade, and investment flows will all shift overnight. For VND holders or interested observers, this moment demands precision. First, verify that your notes are authentic. Use certified sources or detection tools. Keep all receipts and certificates. Compliance will be key. KYC requirements will be enforced stringently when exchange events hit. Without documentation, access to revalued conversion may be blocked. And timing is crucial. Windows could be short and regional. Don't get caught behind institutional lockouts. The next few days may determine who benefits and who gets shut out. This is not a drill, it's a countdown. One key preparation now is to stay alert for FX blackout signals. They're subtly usually ignored by the public, but they matter. Expect coded language from the IMF about regional monetary adjustments. That's institutional signaling meant to preempt panic. Look for extended silences from central banks across Asia. Pay attention to gold reserve disclosures that don't line up. Watch trade data from Vietnam. Delays or odd edits are red flags. Behind closed doors, brokers are quietly offering NDA-locked exchange rates. That's your cue. This isn't retail movement anymore. The Vietnamese dong can no longer be dismissed as a simple, undervalued currency. It's evolving into something more complex, a financial instrument with strategic momentum behind it. If the revaluation plays out as predicted, Vietnam's economic stature could change overnight. This would boost domestic strength, reduce reliance on outside aid, and reposition the country as a stronger player in global trade negotiations. But it won't be smooth. Contract chaos is almost guaranteed. Old agreements pegged to outdated rates could trigger litigation, disruption, and reshuffling. Most revealing of all, though, isn't the data, it's the silence. This kind of global hush only happens when something monumental is occurring behind the scenes. FX desks paused, discussions frozen, memos issued. That's not caution, that's coordination. And it tells a story. We're on the brink of something historic. In the absence of open confirmation, those who can read between the lines are moving first. Institutional timing is everything. And right now, institutions are moving quietly, fast, and without fanfare. The revaluation may already be in motion. This is where independent analysts and insider circles shine. In the silence, the signals are loud if you know where to look. As mainstream coverage lags behind, decentralized sources are catching the shifts in real time. This is your moment to act decisively. Stay informed, verify facts across multiple reliable sources, and position accordingly. When the window opens, hesitation will cost you. Our job at Iraqi Dinar Hub is to give you that edge, tracking anomalies, decoding institutional behavior, and staying on the leading edge of this revaluation scenario. If you've been waiting for a clear sign, this is it. Confirmation doesn't come with a press release, it comes with silence, movement, and coded institutional behavior. Prepare now, like the insiders do. Have your documents, accounts, and timing strategy ready. This is no longer speculative, this is implementation. The global currency order is shifting, and the Vietnamese dong is at the core of the transformation. Whether the headlines catch up tomorrow or next month doesn't matter. The shift is already here. Stay ahead. Act smart. This is your moment. The old playbook no longer applies. What we're seeing with the Vietnamese dong is the dismantling of traditional financial thinking. Everything stability, exchange structures, and monetary dominance is being restructured. And while mainstream media stays silent, institutional consensus is speaking volumes. We're not imagining a reset. We are living through its early phases, quietly, methodically, and with staggering precision. This is no longer theory. It's the unfolding of a meticulously engineered realignment. The only question is, are you positioned or left behind? Disclaimer: The content presented in this video is for informational and speculative purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, legal, or tax advice. The views and scenarios discussed are based on publicly available information, insider reports, and hypothetical analysis, and should not be interpreted as guarantees of future events. Viewers are encouraged to conduct their own research and consult with licensed financial professionals before making any financial decisions. The creators of this content are not licensed financial advisors, and no official financial, banking, or government institutions have confirmed the speculative claims discussed herein. Currency investment carries inherent risks, and past performance or rumors are not indicators of future outcomes. Disclaimer: this content is for informational and speculative purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. Always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. The creators of this video are not financial professionals, and no claims made here are guaranteed or officially confirmed.